Today is May 1st, 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good rotation of the earth. Welcome to the World Crown. May the peace of the Holy Spirit be with you. We are in calendar, which is segment 2 of our May 2025 World Crown Address. I remind everyone that the World Crown, which represents our Holy Spirit on earth, is not a new religion, but the basis for all religions. The World Crown, which represents our Holy Spirit, is also the basis for government, law and order, education, and all good business practices. With or without knowledge of God, the human condition in every corner of the world benefits when the Holy Spirit blesses the pre-existing judgment of God to be made public. If nothing is acceptable in religion or in government, the Holy Spirit will set up an appropriate institution to take responsibility for the judgments of God's Holy Spirit in order to satisfy police, government, and ecclesiastical records. Satisfying police, government, and ecclesiastical records is important because those judged in the judgment of God are people who are usually presented to the world as the world's most important leaders, the kinds of people we would least suspect to be judged by God. For the purposes of adjudicating, reforming, and improving governments, religion, business, education, and life makes the World Crown a sustainable emergency central government. A new United Nations under God can sustain it in the absence of the crown head. Welcome to the World Crown once again. The Creator, our Holy Spirit, continues to work in the background of our lives. Our table of contents is as follows. First Responder, Section 2.2.1. Perspective, Section 2.2.2. The Good News, Section 2.3.1. Calendar, Section 2.4.1. May Benediction, Section 2.5.1. Zodiac, Section 2.6.1. Marriages, Section 2.7.1. Fleur de Lis, Section 2.8.1. Education section, 2.10.1. The Blessing section, 2.11.1. Once again, I want to welcome you to what is another very special time in our history together as we continue to exist between heaven and earth. If we do not conspire so much against ourselves while in the human condition, and we carried good news, information, and histories, such an event, that is, the perpetual return of man, would not take us by surprise. The writings, video, and media record of this World Crown will serve us for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. And we will use it to measure man's consistency and reflect on our own evolution as souls which live between heaven and earth. History, the Bible, and holy books are supposed to do that, but they fall way short. They used to be much better, more universal, and very alike in principle, like our governments once were. In the human condition, your souls used to love to connect the dots, meaning record the returns of man and woman, your patron and matron, and their many personalities. Now, communism, socialism, English socialism, and a strange form of democracy clouds our past and separates us from our true past by exchanging it for altered history. We need to find our balance again in the human condition and become comfortable with the words of Jesus that you must be born again. Being born again, Renaissance, or the resurrection, is by far our greatest institution and an understanding which will, in the long run, help us to accomplish what today seems impossible. Welcome again to the World Crown.